not Gaza or any other place where conflicts are taking place. This is the new face of Los Angeles, as seen through satellite imagery, after being hit by a devastating wildfire. Since January 7th, not just completely devastated, the sixth richest city in the world. According to Hanley and Partners, this is nothing short of a ghost town, now bearing losses of up to tens of billions of dollars. The death toll, previously estimated to be only in the teens, it is expected to increase as search dogs look for bodies among the debris of homes and other luxurious buildings. As a comparison, here are the visuals of several areas affected in Los Angeles, captured through satellite imagery, before and after the wildfire disaster struck. Pacific Palisades. The Palisades fire is recorded as the most destructive in the history of Los Angeles County, because now the wildfire engulfing the western region of Los Angeles. It has scorched more than 17,230 hectares of land. Satellite imagery from Maxa Technologies reveals an extraordinary level of destruction in several areas, including Pacific Palisades, an area that was previously filled with expensive homes, with lush greenery, well maintained in front of them. Most of it has turned into black debris. To see what has been destroyed, a Reuters video journalist visited the area on Friday to retrace the path taken by a couple of travel influencers on YouTube last year. The comparison video then shows footage in May 2024, which is in stark contrast to the current situation in Pacific Palisades. The video was taken from the same angle, but with a different appearance. Before the event, the footage was taken under the blue California sky, a white building with columns, ionic columns on Sunset Boulevard, the Palisades Village shopping complex, which used to house Starbucks and Cafe Vita. Now, the building is destroyed, darkened by soot. The palm trees outside are bare, and the sky appears hazy and yellowish. On the streets, the residential areas nearby, house after house has collapsed, showing piles of charred remains, and covered with terracotta tiles that survived the blaze. The once refreshing view has now become suffocating, and no longer pleasant to look at. Altadena. The Altadena area was one of the hardest hit by the Eaton fire. The fire has consumed approximately 10,600 hectares. Homes in this area have turned into nearly unrecognizable rubble, where 7,081 buildings have been identified as damaged, and at least 5 people have been killed as of the making of this video. An image showing satellite imagery depicts homes and businesses on Lincoln Avenue before and after the fire, with most of the flames moving through the area. Dozens of buildings have been destroyed since Friday. Another image released by the LA Times shows a vast area in Altadena near the San Gabriel Mountains on January 6th and January 10th, completely leveled by the fire. Yet in just a few days, most of the area now presents a drastically different scene compared to before the fire. Now, the view of luxury celebrity homes and famous locations from films is just a memory. The charred remains of vehicles also mark another significant loss. This area is surrounded by brush and forest in the Angeles National Forest and the San Gabriel Mountains, which serve as natural fuel for wildfires. Satellite imagery shows widespread destruction, with much of the Altadena area now covered in ash and rubble. The coastline in the Malibu area. The following satellite image shows a row of houses in the famous Malibu area, nestled between the Pacific Coast Highway and the ocean to the west of Topanga Beach. The image on the left was taken on October 24, 2024, while the one on the right shows the situation on January 8, 2025. The area is destroyed, with only the rubble of buildings remaining. What remains standing are the concrete structures, scorched by fire, while the trees and other lush plants that were once well maintained in the yards have lost their pristine appearance. According to the infrared satellite imagery provided by Maxa Technologies, Most of the buildings along the Altadena Canyon Road have been destroyed since Wednesday. The iconic stretch of Pacific Highway near Malibu, which is usually bustling with tourist activity, now appears empty and covered in ash. This area has suffered significant losses, with over 6,407 hectares of land scorched, including several important properties. The fire has not only damaged properties, but also destroyed parts of the city's iconic landmarks that have long been a source of pride for local residents. The Hollywood Hills area. Hollywood Hills. The Hollywood Hills, known as one of the most famous landmarks in the world, has also not been spared from the impact of the fire. This area has witnessed a dramatic transformation as the flames swept through Runyon Canyon and its surroundings, turning the lush green landscape into ash in a short period. Based on satellite imagery comparing the situation before and after the fire, the stark difference is clearly visible through aerial monitoring, with roads that were once a favorite jogging spot on Marathon Road now filled with debris. Meanwhile, the surrounding area appears dark due to a thick layer of ash. Then the Walk of Fame area, which serves as a symbol of the entertainment industry in Los Angeles, is under serious threat as the fire continues to approach, despite evacuation orders being issued to protect local residents. The emotional and financial losses experienced by the city are deeply felt. What about the news regarding the Hollywood sign being reported as on fire? The fire that started on Wednesday night in the Hollywood Hills occurred on the other side of the 101 freeway, quite far from the location of the Hollywood sign. Even so, the fire briefly affected the lights illuminating the sign, impacting its visibility. Griffith Park, where the Hollywood sign is located, was temporarily closed for safety reasons. However, as reported by the LA Times, local firefighters managed to control the fire by Thursday, which led to the evacuation order being lifted in the Hollywood area. Tourist destinations and landmarks in the area. In addition to the Hollywood sign, several tourist attractions, including Universal Studios, were also forced to close during the wildfire disaster. Even so, some destruction was inevitable. This includes the Precious Rabbit Museum in Altadena. It's quite unfortunate because the Bunny Museum is the only rabbit-themed museum in the world. The museum announced via its official Instagram that the Guinness World Record certified museum was completely destroyed by the fire. Not only that, but the California Parks Department confirmed that part of the historic Will Rogers Ranch house was destroyed. Although some cultural and historical artifacts were successfully evacuated from the fire, the Palisades blaze destroyed buildings elsewhere in Will Rogers State Historic Park and nearby. Topanga State Park is located across from Topanga Beach in Malibu. The local government also confirmed the destruction of the Topanga Range Motel. Then there's Sunset Boulevard, the famous route stretching over 0.7 kilometers between Hollywood and West Hollywood. It was reported as one of the landmarks destroyed after the devastating fire. Several buildings were destroyed, while others were severely damaged. Among them were a Starbucks outlet, the Bank of America office, as well as several restaurants and businesses that were also affected. In addition, the Andrew McNally House, a grand mansion in the Altadena area of Los Angeles County, was also destroyed by the fire. The Queen Anne-style house in Altadena was listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The fire in Los Angeles has claimed lives and forced mass evacuations. Beyond that, some people have described it as Gaza in America. Considering the destruction caused, it appears somewhat similar when viewed from the air. The difference: if Gaza is destroyed after months of aggression, then Los Angeles would take less than a week to be destroyed. This is the power of God Almighty. If He wills it, nothing is impossible. Thank you very much to all the viewers who have watched this video until the end. May we all be kept away from harm and always stay healthy under the protection of Allah SWT. Amin Ya Rabbal Alamin.